What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of HermitPack on the HermitCraft server. Oh yeah, guys, you can see my armor is now shiny. Yep, I did some enchanting. You guys told me how much of a derp I was in the last episode because I didn't realize that, yeah, once you put empowering on your dark steel armor, yeah, that you can put empowering 2, then 3, then 4, and it requires a capacitor, double layer, then an octadic capacitor. Yep, I didn't know that. I've also went ahead and I've added mending on here since, you know, that's a new thing that I'm not really used to, and I wasn't really thinking about mending before. I think we did notice that before in this enchanter previously. So we can show the recipes if we go back. I think it might be one of the last ones. Oh, Soulbound. That's another one that I'm going to want here pretty soon as well. Where was it? Mending is one of these, and it's not super difficult. Yeah, so you need the experience rod plus 15 lapis, and then you can get the mending book, and I think it only costs like 4 levels to put on each piece, so it was rather inexpensive, to be completely honest. So yeah, the experience rod is 2 solarium and then the energetic alloy. So with mending on here, the green bar, that's your durability. The blue bar, that is the amount of power that's in there. So yeah, just by killing monsters and stuff, you can get that experience and repair your armor. You never have to worry about the green bar, which is awesome. Let me go ahead and grab, nope, down here. Yeah, I've also spent some time, like I've played a little bit between last episode and now. I spent some time, finally cleaned up this room down here. I know it's all like the same block, but it's nicer than the plain walls it was previous. I've cleaned all of this up. We added a bunch more of the quantum storage, so now we got storage for all of the different mob drops. We're up to 5.4 thousand of these solidified experience. I'm gonna have to figure out if there's a way that we can automatically use these. There might be some machine that can right click for us and we can capture that somehow in liquid form and put it into the other thing, the Ender IO one. I honestly don't know. But yeah, 12.1 thousand coal. We got 36,000 bones, 3.6 of the ribs, over 1,000 of the wither skeleton skulls, and then 2.5 thousand of the necrotic bones. So this wither skeleton spawner has been going overnight. So almost 24 hours with it running right now. We'll look at that here in a second. So the solidified experience, you can see I have the green bar on 2 of these. If I just right click this a little bit, green bar gone. Yep, so we are completely 100% full. Since we got mending on this, I thought it'd be a good idea to add mending to our tools as well. Oh, did I add mending to this one? Maybe not that one. But to our main tools. Let's see, our sword has mending moss. Yeah, mending moss 2. I put 2 things of that on there. The shovel has mending moss, and the pickaxe has mending moss. So I was trying this out, trying to see how this works. Now the mending moss works different than the auto repair that was in the older version of Tinker's Construct. So the way this works, if we put a tool over here in the tool bench, you can see the description, what it says. Yeah, so it says picked up XP is stored in the tool. It will slowly use up the XP to regenerate durability. So it does not regenerate on its own until you attack a mob. Now I was doing some experimentation with experience in the end. I went back there to fight some Endermen and collect some Ender Pearls. So I was attacking monsters with my sword, and slowly but surely it was gaining durability back, but like my shovel and my pickaxe were not. So it's like whatever tool you're using to attack with is what's going to collect that experience and repair itself. At least that's the way it seemed to me. So I did some mining with my pickaxe and I was slowly repairing it, but I noticed that my shovel and my sword weren't gaining experience. Only the pickaxe was. At least that's the only one that was repairing itself again. So that's the way it kind of feels. Like another thing that I did is I sat here and I right click these. You know how this gives you the little XP orbs? Yeah. That doesn't seem to allow any of the tools to auto repair. So it seems like you have to use the durability on the tool and get experience in a certain amount of time for it to start repairing. I guess that's how that works. I honestly don't know. I haven't really done any research on it, but I just was noticing that, yeah, it's not like any experience you collect repairs. It seems like the tool that you're using that creates the experience is the one that repairs. So that's something kind of interesting. So the skeleton spawner, like I said, has been going overnight, and we've used about 2/3 of one of our ultimate gas tanks worth of gas. That's not so bad. So we can just go ahead and break this and take it outside. I'm still gonna have to figure out a way that we can pipe the ethylene around without having to do this. But I mean, if I had to come out here once a day, replace a gas tank, that's really not a big deal. So we can easily do that. I did make one more ultimate gas tank as well, just so we can have a extra buffer of fuel out here. So yeah, all we gotta do is just come outside and then drop a new one off. Boop. Yep. And then there we go. Our base is gonna be running for quite some time. If we turn off the mob spawner over here, it'll be running for a very, very long time. So I think our RS system, the refined storage, only uses 15 RF per tick, and that uses like 3,000. So I think our base would probably run for a week without that spawner on over there. In fact, we could probably turn that off by now with how many of the drops we have. We're not going to need more than what we already have. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay. Let's see. Was there anything else that I did that I wanted to show you guys? I upgraded all the power cables to the higher tier one. That's why I wanted to go to the end and collect Ender Pearls. So I got all of the cables everywhere replaced with all that stuff. And it turned out our last thing of machines down here, the mechanism ones, I never ran cables to previously. I just stuck it in the wall. So yeah, I got cables running over there now. So everything's fully powered. Yeah, everything's running off our gas. It's pretty cool. I like it. All right, guys. Well, it looks like Biffa decided to stop by and he dropped off a gift, which is pretty awesome. So this is a gift from the Biffa Trade Network. Cool. So he gave us a gold block, a spruce chest, and a sign. And then in the chest, we got a whole bunch of stuff here. So we have 9 letters, a mailbox, the BTN. I was about to say the button. The BTN, the Biffa Trade Network, right? We got a catalog and then a stamp 1N. Cool. So these are things that I've never really used before. I've used forestry a lot, but I've never used this particular aspect of forestry before. So I know the mailbox, we need to sit somewhere in the world and we can send and receive letters. That's about the extent I know of it. I don't really know where we're going to put the mailbox. I was trying to figure that out a little bit ago. I mean, we could stick it like in the hallway or something like that, but I kind of want it more out in the open. I guess we can just stick it kind of like right here for now. I mean, it's like a machine, I guess. Anyway, so we got a mailbox here, and that's what it looks like. Nothing spectacular. Pay the ferryman. Sending letters costs stamps to a base fee of 1N. Every attachment adds another 1N cost. So the stamps are 1N, so I guess for every attachment you have to add a second stamp is what it's trying to say. Okay, that's fine. So let's go ahead and take a look at the book here, what Biffa wrote us, the BTN. So this says, welcome to the Biffa Trade Network. Please accept my gift of everything you need to begin trading on the server. Over the page, I will run through the few easy steps to get set up and trading. Step 1, place the mailbox on the ground. Well, I set it in the wall, so I already failed step 1. Hopefully just setting it in the wall is all we need to do. Step 2, put the supplied letters in your inventory with 1 in your hotbar only. Step 3, open the catalog to see what trades are available. Step 4, in the catalog, use the arrows to see all the trades. When you see one you like, press use. It'll be copied to the letter in your hotbar. Oh, okay, that's cool. Step 5, open the letter with the trade, add stamps and the required payment, and place the letter in the mailbox. Your order should be fulfilled instantly with a return letter to you. Note, I will be stocking up on any items I trade whenever I am next online. New trade items soon. Thank you, new customer, for your trades. Any feedback is welcome on pricing, and you have requests, drop me a letter. Thanks, Biffa Trade Network. Cool. Okay, so that sounds pretty easy. Sounds like we put a letter on our hotbar, we look at the catalog, and then we select an item we want. So what do we have here? Biffa will trade 64 gray hardened clay for 16 iron ingots. Okay, so we got different colors. What's this? Red sand for a stack of gold. Soul sand for 32 diamonds. What? I can go to the nether and farm that. That's a little crazy. Cyan clay. Man, that's a lot of diamonds, isn't it? Mycelium? Okay. I guess diamonds aren't that hard to come by, though. Like, we can go to the nether and fortune the nether diamond ore that's there and collect it all over the place. So it's not that big of a deal. So he's got lots of different crafting items. Here we go. Here's an interesting one. 16 blank letters for 16 iron ingots. That sounds like a good trade to me. I think we might try that here in a minute just to try it. What else we got in here? I'm looking for anything that might be... Oh, sponges. A stack of diamonds for a stack of sponges. Interesting. Is there anything else in here that's caught my attention? All right, let's do the letter one. Just to try this out. It's not super expensive. Let's go use. Now, if I right click on this, okay, so it says, please send 16 letters for 16 iron ingots. Let's grab the iron. So if I right click on this, I can put the iron here and a stamp here. Stamps needed. Apply more stamps to pay the postal service. 2 stamps? Okay. So I guess that I have to pay a stamp for my stuff and a stamp for the return stuff, I guess is how that works. Okay, that's fine. So if we stick this over in the mailbox. Wait, this is from Hypno to Biffa 34. Okay. That the right click on it? Shift right click it. Whoop. I'm not sure what just happened. Oh, my letter's in the mailbox. Oh, that says from Biffa to Hypno. Okay. Here's my 16 letters. I'm not really sure how that just happened. It wouldn't let me put that into the mailbox. I guess you just shift right click it on your hotbar and it sends it. Okay, well there we go. We got more letters available now. I didn't see that Biffa was selling stamps, right? There were no stamps in here, and that'd be another thing he should have on trade. Maybe I'll talk to him and see if he'll do that. Yeah, I saw the letters. I didn't see stamps. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. I like that. I've never used this before, like I said, so it's definitely pretty interesting. All right, guys, so last episode, we were trying to work towards getting ourselves the new quarry. We're going to be looking at this quantum quarry from Extra Utilities 2, right? So we fought ourselves a wither boss so we get another star. Yeah, so we have that, so we should be able to make this pretty easily now. But in order to use the quantum quarry, it has to be completely surrounded by the quantum quarry actuators. So we're going to need 6 of these things. Now, unfortunately, I didn't remember that at the time when we were in the end last. I thought we only needed 1 end rod, and I grabbed a couple of extra, or I guess a few extra, just to have them, but we still don't have enough. We have 4. We need 6. Yeah, we don't have enough of these things just yet. So what we need to do is go back to the end. So off camera, I made myself this ender book. I can't remember who I saw using this before. Somebody else used this on the server. I saw it in their video. But yeah, this is from the Cyclic mod. So you can right click on this thing and you can get yourself different waypoints you can go to and you can warp to them, which is pretty awesome. Now, unfortunately, you can't warp across dimension as far as I can tell. I tried setting a waypoint in the end and it was grayed out. And when I was in the end, these other ones are grayed out. But what we can do is warp from home, our base, to the end portal. Oh, I guess you need a certain amount of experience to do that. Not really sure how much you need. Let's grab, I don't know, 24 experience. There we go. So that used, I guess, only 3 levels of experience. Okay, I guess we didn't need as many as what we have. But yeah, that warps me quite far away. In fact, it's like, I think 2,000 blocks from my base to here. So that's pretty awesome. But yeah, it does require experience. So I'll just keep the book in our pouch here. So yeah, we need to go back to the end. Oh, I also need ender pearls. That's fine. We can smack an enderman around a little bit. We need to go back to the end here and we need to get ourselves some more of those ender rods. So I'm just going to go ahead and take care of that. Oh, get wrecked, enderman. I think I also upgraded these tools. Let's see. Did I put anything else on here? Yeah, I've upgraded the sword blade to Manulin, cobalt for the shovel, and cobalt for the pickaxe. So yeah, I've just been playing just a little bit off camera, just doing some things that needed to be done. So we stopped using like the iron tools. Anyway, we have an ender pearl. I should be able to toss it through one of these things. Yep, and I'm gonna go ahead and collect myself some ender rods. Let me do that, and we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, well we made it back safe and sound. I got myself a decent amount of those end rods and I killed a bunch of the shulkers and got some extra diamonds. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, yeah, we got the 6 quarry actuators and we got the quantum quarry itself. So like I said, I've never used this thing before. I don't know what to expect. It's probably going to require RF, right? So we should probably set up somewhere near a power supply until we get power cables ran all over the base, or some kind of way to send power wirelessly. So let me grab some of these Ender energy conduits, and we will set this up probably over here by our mob farm area. Yeah, just because we have power nearby, it'll just make things easier. Okay, so let's set this thing up here, and let's just see what it does. So if I set this block down by itself, what does it do? It says grid power 0 out of 228. Doesn't give us a tooltip, doesn't give us any information. Okay, we'll break that. Let's place these things down. I cannot place that down. So do you have to have the quarry set down first before you place these? I guess that's how that is going to work. So let me grab some kind of a block so we can place the quarry one block above the ground. Guess some dirt should work just fine. All right, let's place that like so. And then, yeah, those attached to the block, but the quarry has to be in place first. Okay, so there's that. Oh, I can't place it touching the grass. There, okay. So this says Quantum Quarry Actuator, 0 RF, no tool. If I right click on it, okay, so now we get some information here. We got an always on enchanted book. Oh, so we can still touch or fortune. Okay, I see. At present, the quarry will auto destroy any items that do not match the filter. That's pretty cool too. Okay, so we need to give this thing power. Let me grab power from somewhere. See, that power cable runs down right along here. So that's like, what, 4 blocks over? That might actually be right in line. Let me just dig down. Yeah, look at this. Perfect. We'll just run the power cable up from there. Is that all we gotta do? Oh yeah, 20,000 RF. Got it like instantly. It says blocks mined 4. I guess we have to put some kind of an inventory on there. Let's grab a chest. How about an iron chest? So we get a little bit of extra storage. That's like the same capacity as a large vanilla chest. Let's stick that right there. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh wow, that's pretty fast too. So how much RF per tick is this thing using? Does it say? It doesn't say. Can we see over here? Oh, that's using 2,000 RF per tick. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm perfectly fine doing this. We can change out our skeleton farm for a quarry. So that's kind of unfortunate. It said everything that's not on the filter, if present, the quarry will auto destroy any items that do not match the filter. Now, is there a way that we can invert the filter? I think we were able to do that in 1.7. Like if you put the filter with a redstone torch in the crafting grid, it made it inverse. So I wonder if we can do that so it'll delete cobblestone. Do we have any of these? Let's see. Were we able to invert the filter? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, if I right click on this thing, do we have an inventory? Whitelist, ignore. Oh, okay. So we can whitelist or blacklist. Let's say if we blacklist cobble, that might be what we need to do. What else do we have over here? We have cobble and we're getting a lot of other stuff, but let's see if we can stop cobble from appearing. Yes, that's doing everything but cobble. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. That's what we're going to want. So all these different other ores I'm going to want to put on that filter. I don't know if you can nest filters together, like put a filter in a filter to have more items. I'll have to figure that out. But anyway, let me go ahead and get this thing set up, clean out the inventory here, maybe figure out a larger chest situation. We'll be right back, guys. Well, yeah, so I was just messing around and see what we could do with the quarry. I bust out the torcherinos. I'm not sure what Assassin's saying. Anyway, yeah, I bust out the torcherinos and I saw that it started making particle effects around it. I didn't really think much of it, and all of a sudden, boom. So apparently that quarry can blow up. So that's a thing. I didn't know that. I I did find out that the item filter, you can stack those, so that's pretty cool. So I was able to put a couple of extra ones that wouldn't be able to fit on there normally in there. But yeah, so that's a thing to be aware of, that these quarries can blow up. And I'm not sure if it blew up because it ran out of inventory space or if it blew up because it didn't like the torturinos. That's going to require a little bit more testing, I think. Anyway, let me get back to it, guys, and we will be right back. All right, guys. Well, I went ahead and I cleaned up that mess. Yeah, that took a little bit of time to do. It did destroy the quarry and the actuator, so I had to remake everything. So I'm glad we had an extra nether star, and I'm glad I collected extra end rods, and I'm glad I killed extra shulker as well as in the end for the extra diamonds. Anyway, so we're doing stuff here. So we could put in the fortune book, or we could put in a silk touch book, like I said before. In fact, we should probably look at doing that. I made myself a small storage crate from actually additions. There's a few different types of these. There's the medium storage crate, which I assume doubles that space. And then there is a large storage crate, which I assume doubles the space of this one. I'm really not sure. The very smallest size one, though, this is pretty big. That's like the size of a diamond chest, I think, from the iron chest mod or something, isn't it? It's about that size, I think. Maybe just a little bit smaller. I'm not entirely sure. But it is pretty big for its, you know, what you put into it. Just this wooden casing, which is a log, some sticks, and some planks, and then 4 chests, 4 more planks. So it's a little bit of wood to get a decent amount of storage. So people had pointed out to me in the comments, I think in the end of, or I guess on last episode, that this quarry is good, but it does not mine the yellowite ore. And I think I'm seeing that. Yeah, I don't think we're getting any yellowite ore here. I am seeing uranium. I don't know if that ore dictionary is the same as the other stuff, as the yellowite. Either way, we're not really doing big reactors right now, at least. So for right now, it doesn't really make that big of a deal. We are collecting a lot of random things, though, like we're getting turnips and all these other different items, magical green flowers. We got some dark oak sapling seeds, rubber tree saplings. Yeah, lots of interesting things. Some sticky resin here. I haven't noticed, oh no, we did get the rubber wood. I was gonna say I haven't noticed any rubber wood, but yeah, sure enough, we have gotten some of that. So this is, I guess, just making a chunk, or it's looking at a chunk nearby. It's looking at a chunk somewhere in the world, I guess, and just mining it. If you right click on here, it says that it's in like a roofed forest biome, and these are the amount of blocks that's mined, and that's the level that's mining it. So I don't really know how this works, if it just uses like the terrain generation code inside Minecraft, or if it just looks at some random chunk that's been generated in the world and just starts mining it like it's a different, or like it's an imaginary chunk somewhere else. I don't know. But this is pretty cool. I do like this quarry. It's definitely unique. It goes pretty fast for what it is. I don't think there's a way to speed it up. I was speaking to Jassassin after the quarry blew up, and he said that he heard somewhere that these quarries don't like the tick upgrades, like torturinos. Yeah, and that they can't explode, but he's never seen it actually happen. See, I don't know. I think that's fine that mod authors don't want their mods to work with mods that speed up tick rates, but I think it should be labeled somewhere. There should be some kind of a warning. It should be, hey, don't increase the tick rate of this machine, could blow up, kind of a thing. I don't recall ever seeing that anywhere in the tooltips for that mod. It was just kind of like, I placed down the torturinos, I saw some particles, and it exploded. How was I to know that was going to happen? I don't know. I mean, it's not like we need the torturinos. I was just trying to see if we could speed up the quarry and make it go faster. So I don't know. Anyway, I think this is going to be working pretty well. We could also start looking at some more of the refined storage mod. There is the, let's see, I think it's an interface. Like, yeah, I think there's an interface here. So you can do an interface in refined storage, and that works just like the ME interface in AE2. I think you just pipe items directly into it. So if we had one of those just touching the quarry block, it should be able to dump the items as mining directly into our refined storage system. Yeah, and then I'll just start collecting on our disks. So we are playing an updated version of the pack. I don't think I mentioned that before. You might notice that the one probe tooltip in the top center looks different. You might notice that there are disks actually rendered in the refined storage disk drive now, which is pretty cool. Yeah. I also did some stuff here. I increased our disk capacity to 64K disks. Previously, we had like a few 4K disks in here and the rest were 16. Yeah, I took the time and I upgraded those to the 64K ones, which is pretty cool. These no longer say how much they hold per disc and how much space is being used per disc, which is unfortunate. I don't know if they do if I pull them out or something. Is there? No, I guess that was just removed for some reason. Oh, this just doesn't go back in here now. What? Oh, you have to put it in through the top and then it, wait, I'm not even sure what's going on here. I guess we're getting some kind of lag on the server. Oh, if you put it here and then it goes down into here. I guess. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, ME interface, or not ME interface, but the refined storage interface is probably what we're going to be looking at doing here. Instead of filling up a chest, and then that way it'll fill up our refined storage, which we have a lot of room remaining. Yeah, we can hold a lot more stuff than this chest could ever want to hold. Yeah, we'll probably end up doing that, and then we'll look at turning this thing on and off as time goes on. I am curious, though, since the start of the episode when we swapped out our gas tank, how are we doing on power over here? Yeah, we've used, about eight buckets worth of ethylene. That's not so bad, right? That's pretty good, I think. Anyway, guys, I think we're going to go and wrap the episode up here for today. Yeah, I will, off camera, look at hooking up the interface and getting all this stuff going into our refined storage system like we were talking about. I'm really not sure what we're going to do with all this plant life. I might make more filters and try and filter out all this stuff because I really don't care about any of this Pam's HermitCraft stuff, especially sweet potatoes. I'm not a fan of sweet potatoes. Anybody out there like sweet potatoes? I'm sure there's got to be at least one of you watching this video who do. I can't stand them. I don't know, just something. I'd rather have a regular potato. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.